Hey guys, welcome back. So I would love to tell you a name of our podcast, but we've run into a little issue. So last time we introduced ourselves as Basement Studios Podcast. Well, a little later in the week, we went through and we were just trying to make sure that there was no issues. There was no other Basement Studio stuff. So Zach, our good friend,
Yeah.
sent me a link and I opened it, and it turns out Basement Studios in Spain is hard gay porn. Like,
Like tying people up.
it's
Like pain.
it's a
It's like 50 Shades of Grey.
it's 50 Shades of Gay. Is what it is.
Exactly. Absolutely.
50
Not like we're not homophobes or anything, but it's just not our thing.
Right. It's
Speak
just
for
not.
yourself.
But it's just.
Spoiler alert.
Oh yeah, I know. And also last week I brought up that we would have more visuals as far as us. We would have a camera set up and stuff like that, and we'd look a little more official. And turns out we're lazy, and we didn't get that done this week. So
It
hopefully,
also doesn't help that we're poor.
well, that's also true. Hashtag Dollar
it's
Shave
also-
Club sponsor me.
And it's also a kind of a blessing and a curse to you, because it's a curse that you don't see us. But, if you do see us, there's maybe a chance that you would not want to see us in the first
yeah,
place.
we fat. We're gonna have to
If
set
you
up
could
2
see
cameras
us,
side by side.
You'd understand the heavy breathing.
Exactly.
That's right. So we are in the process of rebranding what we're gonna do.
And now this is the Untitled.
I don't know. Yeah, we're just gonna leave it untitled right now,
Because
but
that sounds cool.
because it sounds cool. We sound so edgy.
God, that was deep.
That was. Can I get that one more time? Oh, you know what that sounds like? You ever seen Stranger Things?
The Demogorgon?
Yeah, it seems
No, the toothless kid from Stranger Things. Just
I hate that kid.
Shaq has a tattoo of that guy. Shout out to Shaq.
Shaquille,
Anyways.
Not Shaquille O'Neal, because we don't have that much sponsor money.
Yeah, not Shaquille O'Neal.
Shaq is short for Shaquille.
But low key, if Shaq and Gold Bond want to tag team and sponsor this podcast, I'll plug Gold Bond. You think I'm playing?
Then
We can get 'em.
every male
Gold
over
Bond, I have
45
terrible foot odor. Find me. Help me.
Here is only hope.
Shout out Alex Guinness, even though he's dead.
Fuck you guys.
Damn.
Anyways,
Too soon.
so we're
Too
gonna
soon.
Too soon? When did he die?
Obi-Wan Kenobi's been dead for a schminute, my guy.
For a hot minute.
Shout out Ewan McGregor, though. He's a good replacement.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
The only good part of the prequels.
Hello
But
there.
Him and Django. Moving on.
we're gonna talk about Fastlane for sure, the WWE pay-per-view Fastlane. So I know Matt hasn't seen Fastlane.
I have not, no.
Pelkey hasn't seen Fastlane.
I have not either.
I've seen clips.
Andrew, my wrestling brother in arms,
I have.
has definitely seen it. So you want to talk about the kickoff match first? Ty Dillinger and Breezango versus Mojo Rawley, Chad Gable,
Are
Shelton
you going through
Benjamin.
all the matches or just like touching on the
Yeah.
big
We'll just touching on all the matches.
Yeah, I can.
Go.
It shouldn't be
Fastlane actually took place. It was March 11th. It just passed like 6 or 7 days ago. It was on a Sunday, and the pay-per-view took place in Columbus, Ohio, and it's a SmackDown exclusive. Which that means because they have 2 different brands, and they either you have a Raw or a SmackDown brand, or it's sometimes they do
I don't think-
conjoin.
I don't think the people who care about hearing about Fastlane need to be explained the difference.
Well, yeah, but the people who may need to be WWE fans.
Regardless, it is the last pay-per-view before the biggest pay-per-view in WWE's programming, which is WrestleMania, which happens to take place in New Orleans this year.
No
But,
diff.
the pre-show match, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, was the Breezango, which is Fandango and Tyler Breeze, and Ty Dillinger fought Mojo Rawley, Chad Gable.
They didn't fight. They wrestled.
That's right, they wrestled.
It's important.
They
to know
wrestled
the
for a
difference.
total. It looks like of 7 minutes and 25 seconds.
That's what counts.
That's what matters. But
Well, it's still a dark match, so it's not like this is before the show even happened.
Right,
It's like-
anyways.
It's a dark match. That's where the colors go to fight.
that's right.
Can I say that?
Probably not.
yeah.
If we
It's
offended,
YouTube, dude.
I mean, I think if
That's
anyone
right.
can
I mean,
say it, it's you, man.
If anyone said some really stereotypical racist shit like wrestler wise, it's definitely been Ric Flair.
oh well, that's different. Oh, dude, listen to Teddy Long talk about Ric Flair.
Oh yeah.
Jesus. But
Shouts out
anyways,
to Teddy Long.
Listen to any
Holla,
colored
holla.
person.
Ty Dillinger and Breezango beat Mojo Rawley, Chad Gable, and Shelton Benjamin because the dark match really doesn't matter that much. Then after that is Shinsuke Nakamura, Rusev, Andrew's a Rusev Day fan.
Yes, definitely love the gimmick. I think it needs to be pushed more. He's supposed to be getting more mid card, maybe even main event next year. But
Because, of course, they let Shinsuke beat Rusev because he's fucking
well, he's top guy right now.
all that. And
He's top guy. That's,
Well, I mean, how can
Whatever.
you go wrong with those tight leather pants and good
right.
vibrations?
That's right.
yeah, poor English, because God, wrestling fans are gullible.
But the next match kind of throws me off a little bit. So you have Randy Orton and Bobby Roode, and Randy Orton defeats Bobby Roode for the United States Championship.
Yes.
Which throws me off a little bit, because Randy Orton, while being still fairly young, is like a veteran. And like,
I wouldn't call him young. How old is he?
He's 40. I mean, so in wrestling,
What?
that's
I didn't think he was that old.
so in
Yeah.
wrestling, he's
I wouldn't have
128.
guessed that either.
yeah. What
He
makes
looks good.
What makes this
He
great?
just got hair plugs.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you see that?
No, he got hair
He
plugs.
got hair plugs. Dude, he's got a ton more hair now than he did.
I think the reason WWE did this is
I know someone
because
else
they
that
want
gets
to
hair plugs.
see if Bobby can not only make it as a face. I think they're going to try and make him turn heel at WrestleMania because I don't know what kind of storyline they're going to run with that because him and Charlotte are doing so good as faces. So I don't know how that's going to work out. But another reason is this is Randy's has never won the United States title, so this also made him a Grand Slam champion,
No, that's
which is a pretty high honor for wrestlers.
And then you had Natalia and Carmella defeat Becky Lynch and Naomi, which I'm sure Matt has a few things to say about Naomi, not about her performance as a wrestler, but about the fact that she's
I don't
got
agree.
cakes like a hostess stroke.
Yeah.
I don't agree with them losing. I think Naomi should win everything.
Naomi should win everything.
She deserves it.
There should be a thickest wrestler on the roster.
I don't know what they're trying to do with this
Like,
storyline. I
belt.
mean, it's close to WrestleMania. I know
I want a
they're
belt.
trying
Just with a fat ass on it.
to, I know they're trying to get
You know how much
everybody
hate they get?
everybody involved and everything, but I just don't understand this match. Honestly, this is probably. I mean, it's a good overall match, but I think it could have been better.
Natalia and Carmella as a tag team.
Very polar opposites.
Yeah, which doesn't fit to me.
Exactly. That's
But then you have the
missing piece
Usos.
is James Ellsworth.
That's true. Then
Bring
you
him
have
back, dude.
no, please don't
Please do.
leave. What is
Hey.
it? No chin music? Is that
no
what
chin
it
music
was?
is the best finisher.
Leave.
Of all time.
And then you have the Usos, who are champions, versus the New Day. Ends in a no contest due to the fucking Bludgeon Brothers, which I am very disappointed
Is
in.
that
2 words for you. That's 2
Rowan
words.
and Harper.
Yeah.
2 words for you, Vince McMahon. I don't know.
But then so
That's another Vince push, which
Yeah.
Triple H totally does not agree with.
the Usos and the New Day mid-match, they get broken up by the Bludgeon Brothers, which is fucking stupid, and I don't like their theme song. I don't like their outfits.
Dude, I think
I don't
Harper.
like their fucking hammers thing.
I think Harper looks like he's on hardcore drugs all the time. Like it's probably part of his gimmick, but also
But he's a really good worker, period.
That's
I
not
mean,
my point, though. I'm just saying he looks like he's on some stuff.
That's respectable.
Not like performance enhancing stuff, like teeth removing stuff.
Then you go to the next match, which is Charlotte Flair and Ruby Riott, which I had real low expectations for because I didn't think Ruby Riott could work like that. But hot damn, did she?
Yeah, it was a really good match. I think it had more time to develop a storyline, but again, they're trying to build up her and Asuka, which
Yeah.
I think if you wanted to make it even a better storyline, you could have put not just her facing one person, but do like a big fatal 4-way match and her coming
Yeah.
out on top of it. It definitely made the story with her and Asuka more believable.
Yeah, I don't know. I kind of want Asuka and Charlotte. Well, it's going to happen. Asuka and Charlotte's going to happen at WrestleMania. For those of you who haven't seen Fastlane, Asuka came out. She won the Women's Royal Rumble, so she has the chance to challenge any champion that you would like.
When you win the Royal Rumble, you can either challenge a person from either SmackDown or Raw.
Yeah, so she chose Charlotte, and I really want Charlotte to break the streak. I want it. I want it bad.
It may happen. But I highly doubt it because, like you've said, we talked about before, Charlotte is getting older.
Yeah, I know, but she's the vet, man. All the time she put in winning NXT championships through, even pre-Divas Revolution stuff.
Yeah.
She was all over it. And then the main event, which I had super low expectations for, was a 6-pack challenge. You had AJ Styles, John Cena, Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn, Dolph Ziggler, and Baron Corbin. And
That's a lot of names.
that is a lot of names.
And
And
I knew 2 of those names.
and so I had really low expectations because I don't know how you guys feel about it, but I am not a John Cena fan.
Oh no, The six-pack challenge, does this mean there's 6 people in it?
6-pack challenge, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, well, that's...
It
I don't
sounded.
know if I agree with that title. It's
They-
probably like a 6-way.
I
Well,
mean,
that sounds
a
crazy.
six-way sounds.
I'm not like.
A 6-way sounds like Spain's version of basement, whatever.
I'm not like
No
John
worries.
Cena super fan, but for him to be, experienced that he is,
I
and
saw-
taking a lot of time off, he's actually did a pretty good match
Yeah.
for being someone that's showing a little bit of his age. Because, I mean, let's face it, wrestlers do get older. I mean, just look at Undertaker.
Yeah.
It's a prime
Well,
example.
Absolutely.
I didn't see the match, but I saw a clip of John Cena like giving an attitude adjustment through a table.
Yeah.
And I saw him pick up Kevin Owens first, and he looked like he was. I don't know if it's because Kevin Owens' thickness or John Cena's just old, but he was struggling.
Yeah, absolutely. And even Kevin Owens, I'm not a real big Kevin Owens or Sami Zayn fan either. Well,
I really liked Sammy in the match.
yeah, I like Sammy did really good, and plus like them pushing him as a heel, he's starting to like. I don't know. He just seems better as a heel.
He's more
Bring back
convincing.
El Generico.
Bring back El Generico, and but Kevin Owens, I was really surprised. He did really good, and then Dolph Ziggler, who's been off for a hot minute.
Shooting one commercial.
Yeah, shooting one commercial. He comes back, jumps back in the ring, and has a fucking hell of a match. After, I mean, there was no ring rust. I mean, he did really good. Baron Corbin, who doesn't see a lot of main event action, fucking showed up and showed
He's
out.
a very talented big man.
Yeah, absolutely. The only thing is, I think his moveset needs a little work. He seems to be doing I don't know. He just seems to be doing the same stuff over and over again, and I'm kind of looking for something different out of Baron Corbin. But AJ Styles, who is my absolute favorite at everything that's ever been done ever.
Even haircuts.
All right, that's different. He does have a standard Georgia soccer mom haircut, which
But
which
You
hurts a
go
little.
get him,
But
Skylar.
I
You
wanna-
go get him.
Skyler.
But I
Hey, now
wanna-
let me get your orange slices out the car.
What I want to go back to though
I bought
too.
grapes and Capri Sun.
It's the cool thing about this pay per view is, like I said, Randy Orton becoming the Grand Slam champion, which for WWE, the WWE's been around for many years, and this is only their 18th Grand Slam champion.
Yeah, so you got to think Randy Orton was the youngest world heavyweight champion at one point in time. I mean, he's just outside of, with the exception of like Ric Flair, John Cena. I mean, he's right there with the title contention.
He's definitely like top 10 best wrestlers in the WWE.
Yeah, absolutely.
Now
I mean,
we're all time.
I would say even all time.
yeah, I would say all time, he's at least top 20. I mean, who else has had the kind of matches that he's seen? I mean,
Judging by like
Eugene.
his character and
Eugene.
when he was younger though, but I mean, as overall just like pure athleticism and talent, he's right up there.
but even in his younger days, I mean, even his stuff with Mick Foley.
Exactly.
I mean, that series of matches was all really good. I
And
mean,
to actually see him grow up and be a veteran and showing
Yeah.
these other guys, how.
Yeah.
It's really good.
that's really nice. But anyways, AJ Styles would defeat his other 5 opponents and win, and that's how Fastlane ended. So, if anybody else wants to move on to a next topic, Matt, you want to talk about some NFL stuff?
And this is probably going to excite a lot of people because the NFL and a lot of the teams have been making some pretty crazy moves this offseason.
Yeah, there's been some big moves.
There's been some crazy moves. I'm going to try and just, keep it short and pick on the big ones. The Patriots have signed Jeremy Hill from the Bengals, which I think is a real good upgrade over Deion Lewis.
Yeah.
Because I don't know if Deion Lewis's success was from Deion Lewis himself or it was just part of their offense, but I guess we'll find out with how much improvement Jeremy Hill brings. The Ravens have signed Michael Crabtree. He's been putting up pretty good numbers the past few years, but he is 17,000, something like that.
Yeah.
Ancient. Rashawn Melvin, the Colts' top cornerback, is now a Raider. I guess that's not really important. No one cares about that. He's not really a big name.
Which Matt is very disappointed with.
I'm
Colts
slightly
organization.
disappointed because, the Colts have the 3rd most cap space to sign free agents, and they've only signed 2 backup linebackers from the Raiders,
How do you
which
feel
is
about
outstanding. I don't know. I'll have to see how the draft goes next month.
My
No
personal
doubt.
opinion, I think it's just very poor management.
Well, he's came out and said that he would rather build his team through the draft than overpay for people in free agency. But you got to sign some people because they've let many people go.
I mean, but how many teams have done that? I mean, that's how the Browns have done it for years. And you see
That's
that has-
different. The Browns have had a terrible front office.
Yeah.
They draft someone saw Johnny Manziel and was like, "Yep, that's the guy."
I've been hearing a lot of people talking like they just need to move the team. We just need to move the entire team
I
out
don't
of the
think that's
city.
going to solve. I mean, they
Yeah.
look good with some of the moves that they made, like Tyrod
pickup.
Taylor. I don't think he's going to be the long-term solution at quarterback. He's just more of a bridge quarterback.
Can I
till
just
they-
talk about what kind of fucking name Tyrod Taylor is? Do your parents fucking hate you
We're not worried about that.
to name you Car Part Taylor? Like that's
Well, it's
like
spelled different. Let's see, Sheldon Richardson went to the Vikings, adding on to that nasty defense.
Exactly.
nasty.
Nasty. Other big moves. They're questioning whether Rob Gronkowski is going to be a Patriot for much longer. So it's interesting to see how that plays
I
out.
think
Like-
he should just retire.
I don't think so. I mean, he's
What? Okay, even if you talk about the injuries he's had, he's still, like, by light years, the best tight end in the league.
yeah, absolutely.
I just think the injuries have caught up with him. I think he's really broken down.
See, I don't think so. I think
I
he'll
don't-
still show up. And
I watch
show
him
out this
play.
year.
I don't see a broken down tight end.
No, I mean he
I
still
see a
has
monster.
all that. Yeah, he
that
is. He's a
linebackers
monster of a
can't bring
human.
down.
He is a giant man. From
He
what
is.
I've seen.
He is. He's what 6'7", something like
He is.
that.
I'm
250.
But if he ever does want to leave football, there's always a spot for you at the WWE.
Oh yeah.
Just
yeah,
ask
you can,
Ronda
you can take
Rousey.
Mojo Riley's place.
Yeah, him and Mojo Riley can tag team instead of
Or
him and.
That'd
Mojo
be
Riley
the
can
worst
stop
tag
wrestling
team.
because I don't want
Are
to
they
see
gonna
him
tag
anymore.
team Ronda Rousey?
And I would write Vince
But
McMahon a letter.
I would tag team Ronda Rousey with whoever.
Hold
Oh,
on
yeah.
now.
Whoa, sorry, that was a different thing.
Getting
Sorry, that was a.
sidetracked.
Sorry.
Moving on, the Raiders have also signed Doug Martin, so picking up their running back spot a little bit. Doug Martin's like 28, 29.
Yeah,
so
let's get
getting towards
Marshawn
the-
Lynch and let's go get another senior back. I mean,
Yeah.
I think that's a really good move.
Well, I mean, Doug Martin, he's still a really good running back. He's just getting toward the end of his career now.
I know, but if you're trying to build for the future and build for a championship, you gotta think about, future than right now trying to get a Super Bowl because the Marshawn Lynch is.
Well, I mean, if you're trying to make a Super Bowl push now, then you want players who are good now. And Doug Martin's good now. He just won't be good in 2-3 years. But another move, the Bills have signed A.J. McCarron, who's been the Bengals' backup for who knows how long. He's out of Alabama, and no one really cares because he's not very good.
He's not.
But I'm going to go ahead and assume that he's going to be their starting quarterback, maybe. Trevor Siemian, who everyone thought was going to be the Broncos' new, like
Golden
John
boy.
Elway, he's going to
Yeah.
be a Viking now, where he'll no doubt just be a backup.
I mean, I think John Elway was so happy with trying to make him the golden boy that his teeth saw money.
Let's see here. The Jets have signed Teddy Bridgewater out of Louisville to a 1-year deal. So I guess they're just giving him a prove-it deal to see how he does as
But
quarterback.
at this
I
point,
think
the Jets need something.
they still have Josh McCown, don't they? And he did not terrible for
Yeah.
him last year. So I don't know who they're going to start. Probably Teddy Bridgewater, who's a decent quarterback when he's not hurt. But I hope he doesn't end up having RG3 syndrome, where every other play he breaks his entire leg. And the Panthers have re-signed Julius Peppers. Jesus Christ.
He still plays.
Yeah.
Good
Okay.
lord.
He was a first-round pick in 2002, so this is going to be his 16th year.
He plays guard and tackle. He guards the water bottles and tackles anyone who comes near him.
He's still decent. The Browns signed Carlos Hyde. They've been making a bunch of deals because they signed Tyrod Taylor, who you made fun of, Jarvis Landry, whose name is also questionable.
Also.
Now they have Carlos Hyde. They've got Demarius Randall from the Packers, adding to their second. Oh, speaking of secondaries, the Rams have been making moves. They got Marcus Peters, Aqib Talib. They got this.
I think the Rams are going to be a force to be reckoned with.
Yeah, because everyone thought that they looked like the best team in the league, and then they got to the playoffs.
Well, I know their defense was
Exploded.
putting it on last year.
Yeah, but they traded away. What's his name? Ogletree,
Yeah.
Alex Ogletree. They traded him to the Eagles, I think.
Eagles.
Eagle.
Dion Lewis has been signed to the Titans.
Seen.
Where I heard at the press conference where he announced that he was joining the Titans, he cried for some reason.
Maybe that's like a lifelong dream of his.
Who dreams of playing for the Titans?
I mean, I'll always remember him.
Oh God, I hate you. Oh God, that made me uncomfortable.
You'll remember forever the night they played the Titans. Shout out Denzel.
Denzel, if you watching.
The Giants signed Jonathan Stewart for some reason.
Donkey's knowledge of football is like radio.
I haven't even seen radio.
Shout out
You haven't seen
radio.
radio?
You haven't seen radio?
Not
Oh my!
yet.
You.
Shout
What do you
out-
mean not yet?
Shout out Cuba Gooding Jr.
Cuba, if you watching this.
We love you.
Nah.
Nah.
The Jets signed Isaiah Crowell, who I guess said questionable things about the people being shot by police, saying the police were justified in like most of the cases.
But Jonathan Stewart is built and also looks like CeeLo Green.
That's irrelevant.
Oh, you know what me and
Uh-huh.
Matt
That's
found
not
out today?
relevant.
Do you know
Oh.
CeeLo Green?
CeeLo Green did a remix to Redbone, and it's real good.
Yeah, and we just found out about it. And then, but like, if you listen to the song, it's real good. But then you think of CeeLo as a
Yeah,
human.
because it's all about getting butt naked nasty. And then you're like, I don't want to picture CeeLo Green getting nasty. And then on top of that, he starts talking about, like, say less and just stop talking and stuff. And you're like, wait a minute now. CeeLo Green was tweeting about raping people.
Right, about rape is okay as long as she
He's like,
unconscious.
He's like,
who are
first
you?
he's like, first and foremost, if she's unconscious, then
It's consensual.
that's consent. Because she consented by not being conscious.
Actual-
By the way, we do
actual
not
quote.
agree with CeeLo Green on his opinions. We're
Nah.
just,
No.
No, I don't.
jeez.
Well, yeah, no, I don't.
God, no.
Did you just question yourself?
It was half fake. Don't even worry about it. The Vikings signed Kirk Cousins. That's like the biggest. 3 years, $84 million for
3 years,
for
84
Kirk
million.
Cousins. How long
Oh
do you
my
think?
god!
But how long do you think it's going to take the Vikings to realize that he's not a great quarterback?
4 games.
I think 4 games.
What are they going to do after 4 games?
How long?
They're like, fuck, we wasted a lot of money.
That's all they're going to do.
But what if he just like shows out?
We're gonna try to trade
What if
him.
he just?
Oh.
What if
Fuck,
he's
we
just
lost
like?
a lot of
But
money."
wait, there's more.
One last free agency signing I want to talk about because
Is
I
it a
don't
big
want
one?
kind of just because I don't want to scroll through all this. I might scroll through and see if there's one more big one, but Case Keenum is now a Bronco. I guess he's going to be their quarterback,
Wow.
which is a big improvement from a few years ago when he was with Houston
Yeah.
doing absolutely nothing.
I think it's actually a very smart pickup from the Broncos. I mean, he did carry the team pretty much to an NFC title.
Yeah.
Even though they didn't.
I mean, he's a good quarterback. He's just, I don't know if he's going to be a franchise quarterback.
And I can see that.
So we'll see how it goes.
To break up your all's conversation, but I want to talk about something that I'm real excited about.
And what is
for
that?
I know that Matt probably isn't so excited.
Is it Call of Duty?
It is Call of Duty.
Call of Duty.
I don't have a problem with Call of Duty. I have a problem with the
Spoiler
community.
alert, Matt's a Battlefield or Die gang.
I'm really not. Like, I like Battlefield. I don't even mind Call
He
of
likes
Duty.
Battlefield 1 in comparison to Call of Duty
He
World War
likes
2.
Battlefield over Call of Duty, though.
Well, yeah,
If he had to
that's just a
say.
personal preference. But the thing is, I don't have a problem with the game Call of Duty. It's the community.
Right.
Just like this whole, it's like Call of Duty culture. It kind of reminds me of like stoner culture. It's just full of people that are just real like, ugh. I don't want to be
They're
around
just
them.
sticky. They're just sticky people.
Cause-
Well,
You know,
every
you-
gamer
yeah, you
community has that.
But it's
Oh,
different with
absolutely.
Call of Duty because Call of Duty, you kill someone, you be like, you nice camping, you hard scoping fag.
Right,
Like,
or
I
you
was
get that
just-
message and you're like, oh, you fuck, turn off your aimbot, faggot, because I
Yeah.
can't be good. Like,
Well, I mean,
I'm
it's a lot of
just-
them are just like pubescent teens, and they just try to like see, they're like, oh, I fucking hate you. Like, do you kiss
Hey.
your mom or your sister? Like, fuck
Hey.
you.
Teenagers know how to hit you where it hurts.
That's right. But anyways, as always, Activision will release a new entry into the Call of Duty series.
So,
And it will be-
so it's Activision. Is Sledgehammer doing
Activision-
it, or
No,
is
it'll be
Treyarch?
Treyarch.
Oh,
Activision like owns Call of Duty.
Yeah,
They're-
so Activision
they're-
will always be
yeah,
a part of it.
They're
but,
always part of it.
But since Black Ops is a sub-series of Call of Duty, like they try to, so it's supposed to be every 3 years. Like 2015 was the last release of a Black Ops game,
Yeah.
so which puts it right on track for 2018 to be their
3
next
years,
release.
Yeah.
So Treyarch's on board again, and I'm excited. There's a lot of cool stuff that's been going on. I know that a lot of people have been really worried about the style of gameplay because they've done the like Infinite Warfare. I mean, not Infinite Warfare. Crap. They did Mama losing it. They did a futuristic.
There we go.
Yeah, it was futuristic is what it was. Was more like the gameplay. But also Treyarch put out
about like flying around that far.
Yeah, absolutely.
I hated that
But
shit.
Treyarch put out a job advert that was spotted in September of 2017, and they advertised for a combat systems designer with a, and I quote, deep knowledge base of firearms and modern military technology. So what I'm seeing is that could, like, be more iconic, and it could fall more in the style of, like, a Modern Warfare game, which one...
Well, I've heard, well, I'm not, they're just, like, speculations. They're not, like, concrete, like, facts, but, like, I heard this game, when it comes out, it's going to be set in modern day, so...
Yeah. Absolutely, but, I am excited about it, because if they are going to do more of, like, a Modern Warfare style game, I think that they could pull it off. Like, I think it could be really good, like, with, like...
Oh, yeah.
If they do it right. I mean, because Zach and I play Call of Duty frequently together.
Yeah.
So, we know. But,
There also is another war game coming out that butts heads with Call of Duty, and that's Battlefield 5. And they haven't released, like, an actual date of when it's coming out, but they pretty much, like, they've got pretty much, like, a set storyline. Like, it's going to be set in World War II.
Right.
Shocker, Call of Duty, Modern Warfare.
Well, also,
not Modern
Battlefield
Warfare,
1 was a
World
World
War
War I
II
game.
came out.
Very
So.
true.
But in Battlefield, there was a leak, and people were really getting excited about it, especially me, because I don't know if anybody's played Fortnite or PUBG,
Well, of course.
but the Battle Royale has become a real big thing, and
Yeah.
Battlefield 5 has talked about doing an online Battle Royale, which I think I would take a lot away from PUBG and also
Well,
the
I don't
Fortnite.
think so, because...
I don't know. Well, I think that Fortnite's taken plenty away from PUBG.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
absolutely. Well, the
So-
only thing is, PUBG, with such an early console release, and then,
PUBG and Fortnite on console are just way worse than the...
yeah, absolutely, but, I
PUBG
mean,
specifically is built, like, the looting system and shooting is just kind of built for PC.
have you played PUBG in a while?
Not recently.
Me and Zach played, what we played, 2-3 nights ago?
Yeah, we played a few nights ago, yeah.
And, I mean, the choppiness is still kind of there. Like, the textures on the ground still don't look great. But as far as, like, lagging out, there's really none. I mean, getting booted off servers never once.
That's
No,
that's
we
not
didn't.
really my main
Did we?
problem. My main problem with it is, like, the core gameplay. Like, if you want to loot something off someone's corpse on, say, Xbox in PUBG, you have to open the menu,
through.
scroll down to
Yeah.
find what you want.
Yeah, that drag and drop system on PC is definitely way
but
more
I just don't-
convenient than
I
having
don't
to
know how
scroll
they could.
through.
I don't know how they could
loot.
emulate that on
Yeah, I know.
PC or not PC console.
It'd be hard. But anyways, I got sidetracked again. But also, Call of Duty games are traditionally aren't announced until, like, well in to spring.
Yeah.
But it looks like it's taken up an earlier spot. It's coming out early to mid-November.
well,
Is
that's
wait, is
that-
it early to mid-November?
October.
October, yeah.
Well, that's usually their target date for a lot of these war games is October. But
Yeah,
like,
typically, but Call of Duty as a whole usually occupies that later space.
well,
For at least
holidays.
since 2007, yeah, exactly. But then to pull it back to October, you kind of lose that holiday rush on.
Yeah.
Everybody wants this for Christmas. Because I remember, because I've been self-sustained for, like, a while as far as, like, buying my own games goes, and, like, I could remember, like, games coming out and buying them and getting really good and be like, oh god, I can't wait for these Christmas noobs to get on.
Yeah.
That's
Just
what's up
destroy them.
about Battlefront 2.
Oh yeah, when Battlefront 2 came out, dude, we were pros at Battlefront 2
I
by the time
played
Christmas
Battlefront
rolled
2 for
around.
probably the first 3 months every day and then Christmas came around. I played it for a little bit, and then I was just kind of like, you know what, man, I'm kind of tired of this game. And then EA, the terrible company that they are, has just kind of like, they kind of abandoned it. I've been hearing some stuff. I guess they added a new progression system.
Yeah, but they just nerfed so much stuff, they made it hard to play.
It's not even that they nerfed it. It's that, well, Boba Fett's the main thing they nerfed.
Yeah.
Boba Fett used to be really good. I guess he kind of needed a nerf, but I guess now he's like one of the worst heroes in the game. I haven't played it in a few months.
Yeah, me neither.
But one thing was the heavy class, which is just like one of the basic infantry classes that you can use whenever, because there's a point system, so that you have to get a certain amount of points in a match before you can become a hero, which is one of the, you know, the bigger, like Darth Vader and all them, Luke Skywalker. Then there's these basic infantry classes like the heavy, and the heavy's been kind of the same since the game came out. They haven't really nerfed it.
Yeah.
It's been just so easy to kill heroes that people spent all these points on, saved up all their points.
Yeah, I mean, you
And you
bust
could
out
just
that
come in
sentry
and
and you
as a
start
hero.
laying on them.
Yeah, you pull out the sentry gun and then they're done for in 2 seconds.
I just don't understand because
Okay, when it first came out, it was probably one of my favorite games that I've played in a long time.
yeah, absolutely.
Because I love
you guys
Star
talked
Wars.
about it all the time.
But
Yeah.
visually, it was outstanding.
Yeah,
Right.
the graphics were good, and then you when you played as a hero, you really felt like Boba Fett.
Yeah.
You know, flying around, no one can touch you. You felt like Darth Vader with an absurd amount of health and
Yeah.
force chokes and all that.
So you felt
Darth
like Vader
Maul.
at the end of Rogue One?
Basically,
Yeah, pretty much.
But then, so picture the end of Rogue One, spoiler alert, where Darth Vader's just cutting through these infantry, and you spawn as Darth Vader, you get to specialists, especially because they only have 100 health,
Yeah.
and then even assault to some degree, and you can there's no problem. I remember one time I went into a hallway, it was just full of them. I killed like 7 people, but you run into a heavy. And you could, if you're not careful, you could die in 5 seconds from just all the guns that they have and all the firepower that they get.
Yeah, it's almost ridiculous. But I know I loved the game, and then I didn't even really get worn out on it. It's just that the
No,
game started changing.
What's that? EA just kind of like abandoned it and shut out all the players.
Yeah, after the I'm gonna say after the first Jedi. I mean, after the Last Jedi.
Yeah,
Content was released.
Finn came out and
Phasma came out.
Phasma was terrible. Still is terrible.
Phasma was terrible. Still is
I
terrible.
don't know what they were thinking with their staff. Or
Yeah,
whatever
and that's
it is.
also another thing they nerfed was Finn's blaster,
Yeah, which I guess kind of.
which I
Because
kind of
you could trigger his Deadeye and kill an entire team in 2 seconds.
Yeah, when we played Heroes versus Villains and we were heroes, I always played as Finn.
Yeah, Finn basically just kind of voided out Boba Fett.
Yeah.
If you had a Finn on your team, Boba Fett couldn't go anywhere because you're
Yeah.
locked onto him. He's dead in 3 shots.
But it's the same way with Chewbacca, though. I mean, if you had the bowcaster,
Oh yeah, and
you were
you
knocking
get hit,
Boba
you
Fett
get
out
hit
the
by
sky
a
real
bowcaster
quick.
shot, and you're Boba Fett. You're getting launched across the map.
Yeah, absolutely.
It was kind of goofy, kind of funny, but it also made. I don't think it really hurt the game that much because it was just like whenever I got shot by the bowcaster, it was kind of annoying, but also kind of laughed because it was just real goofy.
But also playing as Chewbacca was so easy to put points on the board. When you
Yeah.
play like a competitive game like that, and then you see like you play as a
You could
specific
almost take
character.
on an entire team with
Yeah.
just Chewbacca.
I mean, it was. I don't know. It just kind of got ridiculous. I don't know. I just think the way that EA approached it could have been different. And then they
Then there's
talked about
the whole debacle with Reddit and
Yeah.
just like the pre-game where they thought you're gonna have to spend 60 hours to get a hero.
yeah. I still talk to people who I'm like, have you played Battlefront 2? And they're like, no, I haven't because it's an EA game. And I'm like, okay, well they're like all the microtransactions.
Yeah.
They're like it'd take you however many thousands of hours to unlock Darth Vader, and I'm like, that's not true. I had the game for a month.
Yeah, I had I think probably within like a week I had all the heroes.
Yeah.
It didn't take very long at all.
No.
And that's not even like I played every day, but I didn't play for more than probably 4 or 5 hours a day,
Yeah.
which is still a lot, but
Yeah, but
it just didn't take me long to unlock all the heroes,
Mm-hmm.
especially early in the game when there's all the achievements you can get to get bonus points.
I think that's kind of what turns me off of Fortnite as well. Is the microtransactions. Granted, they're all
cosmetic.
They're all
which
cosmetic.
I like.
which is okay. I mean, paying for it doesn't make you any better at the game. But I don't know. Me and Nick and Noah the other day we played some Fortnite, and I don't know. I think it runs way better than PUBG.
Yeah, I just think it's easier for console players.
Yeah, it is. But it's just so cartoony. It's like
Which I like arcaded games, so
Yeah.
I think that's just more of like a style preference.
yeah, absolutely.
If you like more realism, probably PUBG, but if you just, something goofy.
I know
like-
PUBG is fun, but it is also the most aggravating shit in the world.
Oh yeah.
To get into a match, then you get down to that final 5 and you haven't seen anybody and you've got all this good gear and you're walking around and you have a level 1 helmet on, you take a 7.62 bullet to the side of the head and you're done.
Come on.
I mean, it's kind of a hard pill to swallow, but at the same time, it's what makes Battle Royale games so appealing.
Oh yeah.
It's because it's not like a Call of Duty game where you can just respawn and keep going and keep going. So, I don't know. But H3 had the creator of PUBG on their podcast, and he was talking about like all the fixes and stuff that it needs, and he's just, I don't know. It just almost seems impossible. I just don't think that it's gonna keep progressing. Like, I think that eventually it's just going to stall out. Like, now they have a 1.0 version, but I don't see it going too much. I don't see it going too much further than that.
I think it's still a game preview.
Yeah, it still is. It's still
It's
considered
not,
a game preview.
It's not really a full release game yet.
Yeah.
Well, I've been looking at I know we talk about games, but I'd like to go to the other side of the spectrum and looking at movies. I just got done looking at the box office. Like the top 10 at the box office right now.
If
And
Death Wish is on there, I'm gonna punch you in the chest.
it sadly is.
I'll punch you in the chest so hard to make your shoulders touch.
I'm actually gonna read it from 10 and go like from the worst to the best.
Give me from 10 to 1.
At 10, it's the Hurricane Heist.
I don't even know what that is.
Yeah, so we watched the trailer.
Did we?
Yeah. It just was so unappealing,
What was it?
It was trash. That's why we didn't pay
No,
attention.
like what?
Well,
Give me like, I guess
I
it
don't know.
doesn't
You want
matter.
me to look
No,
up a brief
don't even
synopsis
worry
of
about
the
it.
Hurricane Heist?
I don't. I really don't.
Dude, we can
Well,
do a
I
whole
mean,
podcast
it's-
over the Hurricane Heist.
it's at 10, and it's only made $4,335,921.
I guess that
How long has it been out?
It's been up for I think maybe a week or two. I mean, not too long, but it's for $4 million. That's a lot. That's not a lot. That's,
No, not as far as films go.
No, that's
Yeah.
at
pretty low.
number 9. It's Jumanji: Welcome to the Jungle.
I haven't seen
I
that
don't even
either.
want to hear anything about Jumanji.
Because I don't want to see anything that... I love Jack Black, but at the same time, Jack Black, Kevin Hart, The Rock, I just see the movie being
Yeah,
goofy
like,
as shit.
I
mean,
like
it's-
Jack Black. I like The Rock. I like Kevin Hart. I don't want to see that movie.
I mean, far as money wise, I don't know why it's not number 2
Yeah,
because
I know, but they try to...
it's made $398 million.
The only thing is, they try to market movies like that to adults, and there's just no
Yeah.
reason. Because, I mean...
it's like a tween movie
Yeah.
at the oldest.
all you're going to do is hurt classics. That's all you're going to do.
Right? It's Annihilation. I don't know if y'all heard of that.
I feel like I've heard of it.
I mean, far as numbers wise, it's not doing too good either. It's only made $27,894. I'm sorry, I read that wrong. It's $27 million. So I mean, it's not doing terrible.
Yeah.
But it's I
So Death Wish is still on this list? And we're
Death
this
Wish
far
is
up?
actually
Keep going.
7.
Number 7.
Number 7.
How much has it made so far? Versus, what is it, 15 million last week?
It was, as of, I think it was March 8th, it was 15,000.
Yeah,
15.5.
15 million.
15.
15,000 would be
Well,
atrocious.
Yeah, because
What it
and then on
deserves.
top of that, they have like what, a $30 million budget.
Mhm.
Yeah.
30.
Well, at 15, it was at 15 million. It's at 26,581,685. Number 6 is The Strangers Pray at Night, which is the second movie to the sequel to the series.
Sounded out?
I'm sorry, to the series. to the series. It's Strangers.
Today, Junior.
So if you haven't seen the first one, there's no need for you to go see this one. But as of right now, it's box office right now at $13,000.
Is Winchester on there?
13
Just tell me
million?
right now.
No,
Hold on.
hold on.
If it's at 13,000, something's
No, it's
gone
13.
terrible.
No, it's 13.
Okay.
million.
I'll shit on my own chest.
Again.
It's 13,000.
It's 13 million.
I would just like to point out, Andrew has his reading glasses on, and he still can't see shit.
Exactly.
In his defense, it's low-key dark in here.
It is.
That is true.
Keep scrolling, though.
All right, so we're now at the top 5, and this is Red Sparrow. I think this is the
Red Sparrow.
yeah. And I'm pretty
I've
sure
heard about Red Sparrow. I'm not heavy into, like, I don't go see I don't look at trailers.
I'm
before
pretty
I
sure
go
this
see
is the one
movies.
with Jennifer Lawrence.
It is Jennifer Lawrence. She plays a Russian spy, and honestly, the only thing I know about it besides that is
I've heard there's tots in that film.
She shows her tots and her ass.
Why is that all you know about?
Because hashtag
Because-
the
It
fappening.
made $35 million.
Well, that kind of hurts a little bit.
Shit.
Well, right now, as I just looked it up, their IMDb has them listed at 43.5 current is what they've made.
Oh, okay.
What they made?
43.5
What was the
million.
budget?
The budget for that movie was $69 million.
They're gonna make their money back.
69.
Yeah, but I will say this though, in
Wine 'em down
in
to
that movie's
69.
defense, I bet that they were kind of hoping that they
Whoa.
could play it
Sorry.
off with, oh, Jennifer Lawrence gets naked, and and then maybe
don't
that
make
would
them
boost
You
their
can do
stuff.
a lot with that one part.
But
in
at the
movie.
same time, there was also a movie. I think it came out in 2014. Under the Skin with Scarlett Johansson. She
that
gets-
weird movie where she's like
yeah,
an alien.
She
that-
gets completely naked, everything, full frontal, everything.
And again,
That
you
movie
seem
was
way
not
too
so
hype
great.
about it.
Dude, I love Scarlett
Well, that's an
Johansson.
art house movie.
In all
Art house
honesty,
movies are always.
I love Scarlett Johansson.
but again, this is
Do you
dated.
love
This is
art house
dated for
movies?
March 15th.
I just love Scarlett
So
Johansson.
This is literally a day ago. Well, now it's today is Saturday, but it was listed as a Thursday.
Just give me the top two, because I'm kind
Well,
of.
I need 4
I don't
and
even
3
care
still.
anymore.
Well, at four it's game night, and then at 3 it's Peter Rabbit.
Peter Rabbit?
Peter Rabbit is 3.
Okay, whatever.
Okay.
What's 2 and 1?
2 is A Wrinkle in Time, which A Wrinkle in Time has just been released. I
See,
think barely a week,
To me, that movie looked real terrible.
and it's
Yeah,
at 44
did.
million at just a week. So,
Also, I'm kind of like, I never read the book, so I'm not super fond of it or anything. But I'm kind of tired of Disney just like tearing.
does
up
anybody
people's
want to take a
childhoods.
guess at what number 1 is?
What's number 1?
Winchester.
Tomb Raider.
I'm gonna go ahead and say it's probably not Tomb Raider. There's no.
Oh yeah, that just came out today, didn't it?
Yeah.
I'm going to say Winchester.
What's out, dude? Love, Simon.
School's out forever. That's what's out.
What did we just? No,
Did you really Alice Cooper?
I did.
Fuck you.
I don't know.
I'm
'Cause
gonna
I
go
can't-
Love, Simon.
Love Simon. Okay, you said Winchester Mansion. What about you, Pokey?
I don't even know what Love, Simon.
I'm trying to
is.
figure out what movies are out right now, but Black
go-
Panther is
Black
still
Panther?
number 1.
Oh
Black
yeah,
Panther is still
Oh,
number 1.
shit.
I forgot that was still in
Wakanda
theaters
Forever.
still.
Why? How can we
And
forget
as
about
of
that?
Thursday, March 15th, 2018, the movie is totally. It's
It passed the billion mark, didn't it?
no. It says just right here. Well, I mean, this could be just for the U.S. though. It's at $578 million.
Shout out black people.
It's gonna be shout out black people.
It's gonna
Yeah, I
hit a
think
billion.
adding in
If you watch-
I think
international,
it is a
it
billion.
already passed a billion.
Yeah.
With international.
Well, I just
yeah.
looked at all-time grossing films. It's at 16.
I also need to tell you guys that in 2008, Andrew was in a movie. It was called Kemper the Co-Ed Killer.
Shut the fuck. I'm not the killer.
Andrew is Ed Kemper, undoubtedly. Will you side by side that for me?
Sex
Oh,
appeal.
yeah, if I go to
Sex
edit,
appeal wise,
I'll
yes.
I just need a picture of Andrew, and I got
Sex
it.
I got
appeal
you.
wise, I think I'm way better looking
Just-
than Ed Kemper. So
Just Google walrus and glasses. And
Yeah, for those of you at home who want to know what Andrew looks like.
actually, just look up a picture of MythBusters Jamie Heineman. That's pretty much it.
You think
Yeah.
that's what you look like?
if someone
So-
stuck
so
an
the-
air pump
so
in
the
his stomach
walrus
and
and
pumped it
glasses?
a good 15
Yeah.
times.
What was that?
Shout out Jamie Hyneman though. He's from Indiana.
Shout out that Arizona tea can that just rattled. If anybody heard that.
Arizona. Quench your thirst.
Can we just come up with Arizona slogan?
Arizona.
Give me one.
It says 99 cents on the can though.
it says 99 cents on the can though.
So, is there anything else you guys would like to talk about?
Yeah, absolutely. Pelkey wants to talk about.
The Infinity War trailer that just came out today.
First and foremost, Thanos.
Snap it up.
Thanos looks terrible.
Thanos does look terrible. Can we get a jazz snap?
Snap it up for Infinity War.
Nah, I thought about it.
Matt's too lazy, everybody, so we're gonna snap for him.
That's respectable.
What do you call lazy? No,
It's
we're-
because the color of his skin. That's why. He thinks
Never mind. We're not gonna get into it.
Anyways,
It's for a different podcast.
But overall, I don't know, dude. I think
in our next podcast, Rachel Tensions rise.
Rachel Tensions is my stripper name.
Rachel Tensions.
Rachel Tensions. shout out to Wong Fu.
Oh God.
I just think, I don't know, this might just be a me thing. I don't think the Guardians of the Galaxy really seem like a Marvel thing. They just seem like a space movie. Like, when I see them with Marvel characters like Iron Man and stuff, it just looks so out of place. That's just the impression I get.
Well,
It's stuck because they're from space.
that.
You
But-
shut your mouth.
I feel like people.
Lord have mercy.
I don't know. I'm a fan of the
Can't
Guardians
stop.
of the
Yeah,
Galaxy.
I like all those movies. I go.
Oh,
No, I can't really think of a bad Marvel movie, but I just don't. It just looks weird when I see the Guardians of the Galaxy mixed with Iron Man and Doctor Strange and Spider Man and all that. Just because it just doesn't mix right to me.
I don't know. I'm curious to see how it all plays out. There's a lot of egos as far as characters go and stuff that they need to keep the stuff that they need to keep right. And
Oh yeah.
it's gonna be kind of hard to put that many pieces of the Marvel universe together and keep it the continuity of it.
Wakanda forever.
Wakanda forever. And I don't know, but Thanos just
God,
looks
he
like a fucking
He looks like Play-Doh.
CGI purple dick. Like,
He just looks like Play-Doh that someone.
You just basically describe Josh.
oh, what if they did
life.
Thanos in claymation?
I'd
could
burn
see
the
that.
theater down.
I want Thanos to be done in the same claymation that the PJs. were
Avengers
done in.
Infinity War directed by
Does anybody-
Tim Burton.
I know you remember
What?
the PJs because I made you watch it.
Dude, the PJs. No one's gonna remember PJs.
Does anybody Shout me out on Instagram
Comment
if you
below.
remember the PJs.
At
You gotta
underscore
Name
white
main
falcon.
characters if
underscore
you
this.
remember the PJs.
You gotta give him
right.
a handle, dog.
I got a handle over here on my side.
So
Got
I
a
think,
handle on the front.
I think we've pretty much covered the basis of sports.
Yeah.
And both music and movies. So
Yeah, absolutely.
entertainment's checked
LeBron
out.
James just murdered a man the other night.
That's
Giving
also true.
the nastiest dunk I've ever seen in my life.
Well, what do you expect from LBJ? So
Oh, you know what I'm real excited for? Far Cry 5.
I'm not.
Have you seen the trailer?
Well, I've seen all, like I've played Far Cry games. They're just like they're fun, but also don't care.
But like, why though?
I don't know. I just get.
I need
bored.
an explanation.
I get bored.
But the same thing with me with Assassin's Creed. You love Assassin's Creed, but they just as a game they.
I like Origins. I like Black. There's plenty of Assassin's Creed games that I just don't like.
Yeah. Can you not? As a matter of, no, leave that in. I want that to be the start of this podcast. I want you to cut that audio. Look at it on the screen. Look at how dense it is.
You know how I know that was a bad one?
Why?
Because I could taste it.
Oh God,
I feel from here.
Jesus Christ!
I hate my life.
I hate my life.
This is us now. This is what we do.
I
It's
think
just
you need
shit
to-
into microphones for people on the
Go
internet.
upstairs and check your pants.
Now we know why my phone.
Did you just
hotspot
time cue
password is fart attack.
Fart attack. That's beautiful. That's artsy as fuck, by the way.
I think you should cue in, like, for just the viewers. I don't know if y'all remember Dumb and Dumber, but when Jim Carrey gives that X-Lax to Jeff Daniels, and he's in the bathroom.
Oh, you know
the
what's
plumbing doesn't work, and he just shits all over.
Oh, you know what I want you to cue it up
everything.
to? That scene from White Chicks when Marlon Wayans eats quiche. And he's in the bathroom. He's like, "Whoa!" And he's like knocking shit off the stall door.
Shout out to White Chicks.
Just all way all the white women at a shout out to all y'all.
Let me stop shouting stuff out.
We do.
No one's listening.
Everybody's
not.
listening.
But
Even if you're
Yeah,
not,
the whole
we
world's listening
appreciate
to
the
you breathe,
viewers
whether
that
they
are
want
not
to be or
viewing.
not.
One day.
I don't breathe like that.
You
Oh,
do breathe like that.
We'll show everyone.
That's fine. I need a quick moment of silence so that way Pelkey can cut in some of the
No,
pre-audio
it doesn't
of
even-
Andrew breathing.
It doesn't even work because he holds his breath.
Wait for it. Okay, we're gonna fill that
You
space.
can't even tell me you're
with
not
the
holding your
sound of
breath
Andrew
right now.
breathing.
I'm not holding my breath.
He's sticking his tongue out so he
Bullshit.
can breathe through his nose.
You can't tell me you're not holding your breath. I
I'm
see your fucking
not.
chin bullfrogging. You're fucking holding your
I'm
breath
not,
so
though.
hard.
So, I mean,
I'm not holding my breath.
I just never met so many people that judge me because of my breathing.
Well,
You don't like it.
I've
We
never
don't-
met someone who
we don't-
breathes like you.
we don't just judge you because of your breathing. You also wear like dank socks. You have a bad hairline, and you wear fucking Ed Kemper
And you
glasses.
carry-
Also,
You carry an unreasonable amount of change in your pocket.
That is also true.
Are you just
What?
literally gonna take this podcast to you
I'm-
roasting me for the
Well,
podcast?
Also-
not.
I didn't want to call it out earlier because it was fucking disgusting, and then he took it out while you all were talking about the free agency stuff.
dick out.
Fucking Andrew just straight up holding his leg on his other leg, puts his phone completely in his sock, just left it there for a minute. Then he fucking took it out, did something with it, and I think he smelled it.
I didn't smell my phone.
I don't know. See, this is why we need to get the camera set up so we can like. We definitely
smell
know.
my
Because
phone.
we'll
I can
forget
smell
about
my
it
phone.
halfway in and then start doing the weird shit we do.
Yeah,
like,
we'll be
oh.
back. We'll be like we'll be back and like edit and be like, oh shit, why the fuck did we do that? Like, it'll be beautiful. But does anybody else have anything movie wise or video game wise that you're excited for?
I don't have anything else to fucking
Tomb
say.
Raider.
Well, shut up. Oh yeah, Tomb Raider. So Tomb Raider, the trailer looks awesome. I'm not really a huge Tomb Raider fan, but I think this could kind of like pull me in.
I played when I was younger.
When I was a young boy.
When I was a young lad
I
back
just want
in
to
the.
say,
back when
Angelina
I was
Jolie
young.
die.
What?
She's the original Tomb Raider. She's Laura
Who?
Kraft.
Croft.
What'd you say?
Croft.
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 You say Laura Kraft?
That's
Yeah,
right.
he did.
Kraft macaroni.
Do you think I could pull off capris on a side
No.
note? Okay, never mind.
But
Like you pull
Who
out
is playing?
I can pull them off.
Alicia Vikander. I'm pretty sure I
Yeah.
just pronounced that wrong, but
But whatever.
It doesn't
Uh,
matter. She's a
she-
foreigner.
she.
Oh shit! Shouts out to foreigners if you watching.
Man.
Nah. Shout out Trump if you listening.
Nah, say.
Build a wall.
And we just lost views from that.
But no, when the
I'm
older
joking.
Tomb Raiders were out, I never really played them, but I played
Yeah.
the 2 newer ones, and as soon as I saw the trailer, I was like, oh, that's pretty cool, because they're going more off the storyline of the newer ones.
You don't understand. If you weren't playing the old school Tomb Raiders with the triangle breastises
Dude,
back
I
in
love
the
those
day,
triangle breastises.
and you'd flipping around
Now,
shooting dinosaurs.
We don't call them breasts.
Trying to hold my hand.
I'm sorry.
We call them
Don't worry
tots.
about it.
If you want
Triangle tots. That's
Triangle
right.
tots. We gotta keep it PG on the radio / the podcast.
Breast is the medical term.
I
I
just want
know,
to
but
point out.
tots is not as offensive.
Yeah, they don't call it TOTS cancer. they have proximity audio in PUBG on PC, and there was this. I saw this clip the other day, and this dude was downstairs in this house, and there's people upstairs walking around. He's like, "I hear you walking around up there," and he goes, "No, I'm not. I'm fapping." He just started like hucking grenades up there. He was like, "You missed. You missed. You missed."
It's my life story.
Yeah, you missed everything.
You wouldn't be upstairs.
Damn.
That's why we're in the basement right now.
That's right. It's funny. We were.
My life's in shambles.
I'm just a fucking mess. But we were at dinner earlier after we all left work, and we were sitting there. We roasted Andrew's hairline to the point that he covered his head with a menu and started asking his brother if he could wear his hat. We put in that much work on this kid. We're fucking terrible humans, for those of you.
It's a
at home.
natural receding hairline.
That's not natural.
It's
You're
way too
21.
early
You're
for it to be
21.
natural.
Your
I'd
hairline-
rather have no hair than gray hair, so fuck you.
I don't know.
What? What?
He's
You can
talking
dye
about
gray hair.
He's talking about me because I have get like patchy grayness.
Hey,
I just think that's from my deep-rooted anxiety and me being stressed out.
salt and pepper.
It
They
could
find
be.
it attractive.
Do you know who
Hey.
has the grayest amount of hair that we work with?
Obama?
Kyle.
Oh, wait, that we work with?
Kyle does have an immense amount of gray hair.
No one knows who Kyle is.
But also does.
By the way, shouts outs to Kyle. Check your boy Telenemesis out on Twitch. That's right, I plugged you, you son of a bitch.
he better sponsor this shit.
That's right. Oh, Deadpool 2.
Oh,
Yeah.
Deadpool 2 is coming out.
Deadpool 2.
That's gonna be awesome. You know what honestly threw me into that? I was thinking of me and Pelkey are gonna go shop for Pops tomorrow morning before we go to the boat, same show. And I started thinking about
Don't give us that sigh of fucking
there's a
disappointment.
man.
but
There
you're
it
gonna
is.
like a part of this. There's a
Not the Pops
Deadpool.
part.
Shut the fuck up. Jesus
Shut your
Christ.
damn mouth.
Sorry, that was too much.
That was so uncomfortable.
Sorry.
so
Oh my
sorry.
god.
Lord have mercy.
I'm sorry.
Uh,
Hang on a second. I just need to take a break. That was a lot.
but I know where you're going with this.
Deep
I'm gonna go
bleed,
ahead and write my
everybody,
note.
deep bleed.
In June, they are releasing a Deadpool Bob Ross crossover pop.
Have you seen the teaser?
I have, and that's where the pop came from.
Nice. Also, don't
So
care
if any
about
mothers out there with children, don't go to Walmart because there's gonna be 35 and above men going to go get Bob Ross.
We're not
Deadpool.
35.
Okay,
Pelkey's,
one-
what are you, 25?
I'm 25, yeah.
Pelkey's 25. I'm 21. We're fine. We're just gonna be standing in a Toys R Us.
You're still closer to 30 than
And-
20.
Dude, we're gonna look.
So?
We're gonna look.
What? No, I'm halfway.
That's true.
How many months? You round up.
September.
What you know about math?
September.
What you know about
I
math?
still got
what you,
6
what you
more
know
months
about
before I'm
math?
26.
What you know about math?
What you know about
Hey,
math?
I know 2 plus 2 means I'm gonna smack you in the mouth.
Is that funny in your head?
No,
I bet it was funny.
I don't know why. I said
By the way, earlier the other day,
You're the logistics
The other
guy.
day,
Stick to that.
me and Zach were walking outside. I was talking about how my haircut is like the worst because like the wind will catch it and like pick it up. It makes it look like I got a fucking toupee on my head. And he was like, "Well, you know what the problem is? I keep my hair just greasy enough that the wind doesn't pick it up."
Ew.
These are real words that were said to me.
I need a filter on my mouth. Is all I've learned.
You do.
Dude,
It's
the
almost
bad-
too much.
Bro, I'll tell you this. Here's the filter. Y'all just talk about sports. I'll sit there quietly.
This got real side. This is just us talking.
This is. I mean, I'm okay
Look,
with it.
I'll say this.
What is a podcast, really?
Y'all fucking took over
What
my
is that
Infinity
face?
War
My
shit.
nose itches.
Why didn't you just scratch it? You got
'Cause
two
it's-
hands
It's deep in there.
deep in there.
Deeper nerd.
What
Dopender?
else is there to talk about?
Dopender
we
from
can get- we can
Deadpool.
get that.
He's gonna be in Deadpool too.
Dopender?
Yeah.
Shout out. Dopender.
Yeah. Turns out he didn't get arrested at the end of Deadpool.
Return to sender. Sorry, that's what that took me to. I don't know if you guys are into that. Anybody? Any Elvis fans? You an Elvis fan, man?
Nah.
You think?
That's cultural appropriation. He took from my people and I don't appreciate
That's
it.
bullshit.
Man, I just
He
want-
made a song for your people.
That makes it okay.
No, he really did. He has a civil rights song.
He He was like, Negro.
Well, no.
In the ghetto.
Jesus Christ.
In the ghetto.
Oh, what is that? Oh, that's not even the one. That's not, shut the fuck. That's not even the one I'm talking
Oh,
about.
the big Elvis fan didn't catch on quick
Shut
enough.
up. I'm trying to think of the song. And
Hold on.
Hold on, everybody. Hold on.
There's a hold on in there somewhere.
Can we talk about?
no, don't say your name.
Captain
We're not gonna say
America
her name,
catching
But I'm
Thanos'
just,
hand.
but I'm just gonna tell you a hairstyle that I'm sorry has
Shout
never
out Kentucky
has,
Waterfall.
has never been
Kentucky
cool and will never ever be
waterfall.
stylish, and that is the Kentucky
Blue
Fall
moon
waterfall,
of
known as
the Kentucky
keeps
Fall
on
waterfall.
shining.
the Kentucky Fall waterfall. That's especially if you got it real
Kentucky
curly.
Fall waterfall?
But if anybody has a mullet, I mean, no disrespect to you, it's just not. This is not a good haircut.
Yo, but you know that one girl on her name's Tammy. She's like real big. She was like
She seems like
was
she'd have a
on
mullet.
she was on Vine and she was like
The
she's like real
Melissa
big on
McCarthy
YouTube.
movie?
You talking about like Trailer Trash Tammy?
Yeah, Trailer
Yeah.
Trash Tammy.
That's not even like her. That's a gimmick.
Oh, I know, but she fucking
She
I'm
rocked
sure
it.
she makes a killing off that shit.
I mean, yeah.
Tammy,
that's,
if you watch
that's
it.
being goofy. I'm like, when people actually like have these haircuts, but I'm not gonna say any names.
Oh, I'm sure
We
there's
work with them, but
Hold on.
especially the news being the way it is now. You see it a lot more because everybody
You
who's
see
out
way
here
more
holding a
mullets
sign
now.
like Trump is
Oh,
fucking
God.
wearing the fucking Kentucky
some-
waterfall loud and proud.
Something we can talk about is gonna split the room.
Ooh,
Teachers with guns, yes or no?
I'm gonna say no.
I'm gonna say no as well.
I think I'm gonna have to say no.
Maybe it's not gonna split the room.
No, probably not. Unless
I
say
think
yes.
if you're gonna give teachers guns, I think you should pay
I
them.
think we
more.
should give teachers.
And the only thing is, you see all these videos of teachers freaking the fuck out,
no, there's
like
that.
on students, like
Look-
shut up, shut up, lady,
No pomegranates!
Wait, what is that?
Have you not seen that?
No, send me that link.
Dude, this teacher just freaks out. She's just
It's like Bill
screaming.
Cosby going to town in the
No
mirror.
pomegranates!
Whoever
for like a
threw
minute
that,
and a
your
half.
mom's a hoe. Like, so-
But there was the case of that teacher in California who was trying to demonstrate that his pistol was clear. So he ended up shooting the ceiling, and then part of the ceiling fell on a student. And then they didn't even like tell the family. The dad found out when the student got home from school, and they called the police and all
See,
that.
that's what my only thing is. There's like people who are fresh out of college and they're all gung ho to be teachers and stuff like that. But at the same time, like you get into a classroom with a bunch of fucking rowdy middle school kids, and you really don't know what kind of person you are. Because yeah, you could do all the background checks in the world, but people's mentality is fucking
I think
is way offset.
It's just
Like,
kids nowadays, man. They're like on a whole new level of just like. I
here we
wouldn't-
are, 21, talking about how kids used to
Douchebaggery.
be.
I mean, but no, I mean, like, even our generation, we had rowdy kids, but there's just like a
Oh,
lot
no,
more
it
that
was.
just don't care.
well, I just think
They
that
just
if you-
don't care about like
No, I
just,
wasn't lying.
their general safety. Oh, I mean, you cut me off many times too. So.
Oh shit, let's get a fight.
Yeah, well, you cut
Fight,
off buffet
fight,
lines,
fight,
but no one
kiss,
says
kiss,
anything
kiss.
That's what I'm
about that.
talking about. Anyways,
But I think if you're going to put guns in school, let's say that, okay, that's what we've come to. We need to put guns in schools. I don't think teachers are the people that should be holding the guns. I think you should put some kind of like, even though there was a case with that guard that was like standing outside of the school in Florida and wouldn't go in,
yeah.
or like it was a cop and like 3 other cops came after him. So there was like 4 total cops just standing outside while this guy was shooting up a school. I think if you're gonna put guns in schools, you shouldn't put them in the hands of teachers. You should put them in the hands of people who know how to use them.
Yeah.
Like security guards, police officers, and then maybe even put metal detectors in.
Right, because I don't understand. I know it's a monetary thing and stuff like that, but how hard would it be to provide like some sort of
I'm
like
sure.
security force for schools?
I wonder if there'd be some kind of like I don't know how it would work, but maybe like a volunteer system.
Right, because I'm sure
Even
like
if you couldn't afford all that.
well, even
Oh, yeah.
like in Flint, Michigan, because they're so low on as far as their police force goes, they started using volunteers from the community to be honorary police officers, and they were putting badges and guns on them. So I
They're
mean,
basically deputizing them.
yeah, they were
Signing up.
deputizing just standard citizens.
Because
That
if-
sounds not safe.
Well, have you seen Flint Town on Netflix yet?
No.
Watch it. It's there's a lot of it in there. But
This is also the same. This is also the same city that doesn't even have clean water, and it's been almost 4
Oh, yeah.
years.
I like how people just kind of well, I don't like it, but I'm saying just how people kind of forgot about that.
yeah,
Well,
They
how
posted
fast
like,
did we
hey,
forget about Puerto Rico?
you're right. Well,
Think
you,
about
well, you know what?
Well, it's a
What's
shithole
Puerto
country,
Rico?
of
But
course.
listen,
Well, I mean, it's a shithole country, of course.
but you say it's a shithole country, but right after
Well,
the
Trump
whole
said it.
Well, I was definitely
right, but people,
not saying that.
but people really do forget about Puerto Rico. But right after all the stuff in Puerto Rico happened, all the flooding and stuff like that, my dad had hernia surgery. So
He's
we
got a hernia.
so we went to the hospital. Dad had his hernia surgery. He came out and he was asking for something for pain, and usually they give him people like hydrocodone and like Loratabs and stuff like that for
Yeah.
pain. They were offering him methadone, and methadone is what they use as filler, as like a substitute to heroin addicts. And the doctor was like, "Well, I can give you a methadone pill." And my dad was like, fuck that. Like,
Isn't
I'm
it like
good."
Isn't it like a blocker for meth users and stuff like that?
No,
Well,
it's for
like
heroin
subs-
users. It's
This
pretty
pill says no.
It's trading an
No.
addiction for an addiction, essentially, is what it is. But it's just a controlled addiction.
Okay.
But, anyways, that's why all the flooding in Puerto Rico. That's where those medicines are made, like those like Loratabs and stuff like that. That's where they're mainly manufactured. And there was such a low supply on them that they couldn't give people pain medicine because of that.
I mean, with all the crazy stuff that's been happening now, I mean, like anything from the Puerto Rico, the hurricanes, stuff like
the
that.
Puerto Rico.
The
The
Puerto Rico.
like the
It's just Puerto
You
Rico.
get that tattooed on my chest. The Puerto
the
Rico.
hurricane that hit Puerto Rico, Parkland, Florida, is the school that shooting that just happened, and now even in Florida now, that pedestrian bridge that killed 7 people.
Yeah, and then
Well, the bridge. You make it sound like the bridge is a person.
Well, I mean,
no, but it did. It killed 7 people. But
No, people died because the bridge collapsed. The bridge wasn't.
I mean,
like,
a bridge
yeah,
is a
But
noun.
Today's
It's
the day.
It's an
the
object.
bridge, like, I've been drove over so many fucking times.
Well, I mean, if you want to say that, I mean, people have also said that guns are killing people too. I don't see guns walking around and stuff
But
and shooting
with
people.
the bridge thing, today actually they talked about an engineer who left a voicemail and was like, "Hey, this bridge is like fucking coming apart. Like somebody needs to look at this." And just nobody fucking looked into it. Like just that's standard street department shit. Like that could have just been fixed, and it took the lives of 7 fucking people who were commuting to fucking work or to home or wherever.
Well, I mean, that just shows you where taxpayers' money goes.
Yeah, it doesn't go
I
anywhere.
mean, just look at our wonderful state. We have the best roads ever, don't we, guys?
Yeah,
They're
bullshit.
amazing.
Yeah,
I love driving down.
they're so fucking great. I love driving through a motocross course on my way to work every day.
Or, you know, like, if these truck companies really wanted to, like, put, like, any, like, vehicle to the test, don't put it on a test course. Bring that son of a bitch to Indiana and drive it on a road and let it hit 74
Drive that
74
motherfucker.
potholes before you get to work. And you wonder why they, oh, my engine's smoking. It's like, oh, yeah, because I've hit, like, 4 fucking 5-foot deep potholes and wonder why that my car's still running.
Find where
Bill.
fucking Spring Street meets Hamburg Pike and hit that fucking manhole cover every 3.5 feet.
Yeah.
I feel like that's real specific to where we're at.
I don't care. Well, not to where we're at right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like 30 years ago, where did all this money go when we were paying
Cocaine.
That's right,
no,
motherfucker.
taxpayer money? I mean,
Cocaine.
it went to roads, it went to like
It's like
interstate.
Wakanda.
Cocaine.
And now you just see that none of this money is
But I
doing anything.
wish.
They're not using it to, you know, build new schools or repair schools.
Yeah.
Schools are starting to look
I mean,
more
look
like
at
prisons now than
yeah,
they are
look at
actual
us.
educational.
Even locally, look at the schools here. I mean, with the exception of where I live. But where?
Which was where?
But here. Shut the fuck up.
What's your exact address again?
I live at 512. No, I'm just playing.
I live at 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue.
That's right. Shoot that place.
Sign the letter, Mr. Trump.
Yeah.
I live at, 1776. Fuck a job. Avenue.
I'm sorry.
Oh.
Zach, fuck.
That sounded wet.
It did. Do you need to wipe?
No,
I have a shirt in my car. Like, I'll let you.
I got a shirt in my car.
I'll let you floss with it if you wanna.
I just want to ask a question
Yeah.
because this is just a basic.
This is
Question.
gone to shit.
No, I
why
don't
does-
want to say it's gone to shit, but
Why
I
does Zach
want
keep
to
dropping
see
mustard
I wanna-
gas bombs?
because we were talking about politics.
Holy shit! I'm here on business. Why the fuck did you just shit on me?
Oh god, he laughed another one out.
Did you just laugh another shit out?
Actually, that was my bad.
We're
Oh
talking
my
about
God.
like politics and stuff like that. This is just a basic question. Does anyone think Trump's doing actually a decent job or a good job as a president? I mean, any opinions or thoughts on that?
All right, I don't like getting into politics. Number one,
Andrew,
because
this is how you get death threats.
this is how you get death threats. Please don't find me.
Fuck, you're already getting a death threat. Breathe in.
Well, that's why America's so great. Everyone has an opinion, and if they don't like the opinion, they don't have to listen.
Hey,
That's true.
You know who else wanted to make their country great again? Hitler.
That's true. But
That's a big jump.
yeah, that's a far stretch because I don't put myself in like a specific political
I
party.
will find a spot.
I have views from the far right to the far left.
Oh yeah, I like to.
Hashtag views.
When it comes to political stuff, I like to stay in the middle because I just want to see both sides and be like,
Yeah,
okay,
absolutely, because-
both y'all calm down.
Right, because I see points from both sides of the spectrum.
You're both screaming the
I
same
don't see
thing,
colors.
but one of you saying "kill this
I do.
motherfucker."
Well,
and this
I
one's
don't know
saying
if
"kill
y'all
that."
Pelkey
see-
doesn't. Did you know Zach's colorblind?
But
Are you?
Yeah, he's like hard colorblind.
How hard? I don't know why that came
is
out
it
like
Robert Mueller?
How hard are ya?
Is that who that is? That
that.
just
How hard?
that
That's
finally got I don't know if it's subpoenas or whatever it is, but he's
Whose penis?
No, he finally got.
Where did he find C penis?
No, but he's.
Is it Jason Momoa?
No, it's Robert Mueller,
Aquaman.
and he's finally got the documents or is requesting all the Russian information that Trump is supposedly trying to keep on the wraps,
Yeah.
and has been
Oh,
denying.
you know what I want to do? This is probably a bad time to try to confirm this.
Not
But
fart.
so you know how? Shut the fuck up. You know how? I'm real heavy into Shane Dawson.
That's the case.
I'm just gonna go ahead and make a gay note right now.
Okay, number one, Shane Dawson, fucking hilarious. Shane Dawson,
That's subjective.
fairly good filmmaker.
Subjective.
Shane.
This is all my opinions. Anyways,
I've seen
So-
like half of one of his movies.
yeah, but he does like conspiracy theory videos. Michael Hart, Shane Dawson. That is true. That is the only person I'm subscribed to on Instagram. I mean, not on Instagram, on YouTube. But what was I saying? I just fucking. Oh, he does conspiracy theory videos, and I like conspiracy theory videos. I know Andrew likes conspiracy theories, and I know Matt doesn't give a fuck. And I
If
know
they've
Zach
got-
is just the gassiest fucking human I've ever met in my life.
can't
And I
stop
really
today.
and I really want to talk about some conspiracy theories at some point in time.
That would be pretty good because as long as they've got proof,
Bush
They're
did
not-
7-Eleven.
All
Bush
right.
did 7-Eleven.
You said Bush bought 7-Eleven? What was you trying to say?
Yeah, probably.
Interesting.
Bush bombed a 7-Eleven. That's a bold claim. I have no.
That
proof.
is a bold claim.
I have no proof. I apologize.
Shout out to Bush if you're watching.
Hashtag
The president too.
Hashtag we're gonna find Katrina.
My president is black. My Lambo's blue.
Victor Oladipo's real hit or
Zach,
miss.
dude,
I can't stop.
Dude, I'm not going anywhere with you tomorrow. I swear, dude. That's about 2018.
I feel like you need to cut out the part that's real specific addresses, like roads near our houses.
Well, it's not. Oh, that's not near your house.
It's near your house.
I don't give a fuck. What are they gonna do? Come find me? I'm a gun owner.
Yeah.
I have a conceal and carry permit. Come find me, you motherfuckers. JK,
Well,
please
now
don't.
they know that it's concealed. You'd be like, hey, you can't see it.
Now the internet knows
This
that you
man's got a
carry.
gun.
Let's see.
Hashtag Second Amendment is your right.
Calm down.
Somebody's been offended.
everybody listening to me? You have every right to own a gun.
Wait. Okay.
That was the quietest, weakest fart of this entire
That's because it was a
podcast.
queef. See, look, threw you off, didn't I? My fucking mangina is a flapping.
Andrew,
You're a gross.
I'm very concerned.
Jesus, Andrew's standing is the worst I've ever seen.
I hurt a lot.
You've been sitting on a couch.
I'm sure the microphone picked up him popping as he stood up.
For any of you wrestling fans out there, if you want to know how I walk, just imagine Undertaker after every WrestleMania.
Now, imagine Shawn Michaels after he got a
Now-
solid backbreaker.
Are we talking about Shawn Michaels when he found God? Or are we talking about Pillman
Or-
Shawn?
I
Or
know
are
the
we talking
microphone
about
picked up him
Shawn
sitting
Michaels
down.
in Pure Country?
Hey, Shawn Michaels.
I've
is the
lost
greatest
my
actor
smile.
alive. You don't talk about cross-eyed Shawn, because guess what? He can see you one way and he can see you the other way.
Oh yeah, she
That
looking
makes
at me.
no sense.
I don't know where I was going.
Yeah,
with
I may be cross-eyed, but all that means is I can see you over here and see you over there.
Yeah, because he's got like a
Bitch.
360 of the room. Because he's got
No,
one looking
he's
at
got
him.
like
No, even if he's
He's got,
cross-eyed,
like-
he's not gonna have a 360.
Well,
Shawn Michaels
180,
has
sorry.
He's
blue
still
eyes.
gonna have a full
Dude.
180.
One of them
You
blew
have
over
a
here,
180.
blue over there.
he's cross-eyed. He's got like a 110 because they're just like overlapping.
Oh, that's true.
So it's like
I'm
clock
glad you got
hands.
your blue joke.
He's got clock hands for
I know.
eyes.
I'm really happy I got that.
What'd you say?
He's got like clock hands for eyes. Like
Did
one,
that sound good in your head?
I mean, I don't know why you.
It looks
you
like
said
his
judge
eyes
roll.
are about 215.
So, Andrew, be honest. Why are you so ashamed of your receding hairline?
I'm not ashamed of it. It's just I'm very young in my life, and I think it's kind of
Sad.
well, it's not sad. It's depressing actually.
Yeah, he's not ashamed of it. He just hid it from our server.
And why
She
did you?
embarrassed me.
Why did you hide it from our server?
Because Matt likes to point out flaws in my life to make himself feel better.
It's true. That wasn't even like mostly. That was mostly Michael.
What?
Oh,
The hairline thing at Rooster.
I forgot to talk about
Or
oatmeal earlier.
Given chicken restaurant.
And what about
That's true.
oatmeal? It's gonna be good.
Did you say ointment or oatmeal?
Those are the same things.
Oatmeal.
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 Oatmeal. What about
Sound it out.
Oat.
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 Can you not really see? You really can't say oat?
Oat.
Say Otis Redding.
Otis Redding.
How can you?
Otis ready.
Otis.
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 Otis Redding.
You're just fucking with us, right?
Yeah, I'm fucking.
I don't believe you.
I
Now.
believe myself.
Say finger.
Finger.
Exactly. It sounds gross coming out of your mouth. Now say it how you really say it.
Finger.
Banger.
Now say
Finger.
Detroit.
Detroit.
Rock City.
That's how ACDC.
Jimi Hendrix is known for
I'm
playing
sorry?
what instrument?
That's how ACDC says.
Bullshit. That is a Kiss song.
ACDC is also in their song that says Detroit too.
Prove it. I want facts.
Okay. And
Yeah, you just said a
half
minute
of
ago
America
about
says
facts.
Detroit. Even Kid Rock, who is from Detroit, Michigan, says.
Fuck, number one, fuck Kid Rock. Number
I'm just
two,
saying.
Oh, with the bar, the bang, the bang.
Diggy diggy.
Someone
Oh,
that is
God.
from the area even says it like that.
Well, that's different. That's like we say Louisville. We don't say Louisville.
Lawville.
I said Louisville.
That's because you
Like-
have fish lips and Down syndrome.
I
I
say
mean, it's spelled
The jury's still out
D-E,
on that.
not D-A. It's not Detroit.
It's spelled
Detroit.
D-E-E-Z.
Oh, also
Nuts.
the Cubs beat the Sox today too. Well, yesterday technically. Oh, another thing I do really want to talk
Is that
about.
what you? Was that you rumbling over there?
dude, I just burped again. I can't
What the
stop.
fuck is wrong
You
with
sound like you're about to cry. Are you like Charlie when he drank that root beer? And Charlie in the Chocolate Factory?
So the WWE they have the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal, and so they did one for the women because there's the Women's Evolution, which is going real fucking well. Women's wrestling is a ton better than what it used to be, but
Hashtag bring back bra and panties matches.
hashtag don't.
Don't.
But they named it the Fabulous Moolah Battle Royal, is what they were going to call it. So people started losing their mind because while the Fabulous Moolah is like super big in women's wrestling, she also like pimped out women in the early days. Like Andrew knows stuff about it.
Yeah, she pimped out a lot of her people that were taking her wrestling courses or training under her, and if they couldn't afford the fee, which in wrestling, if you go to a school, there's fees to pay and stuff like that. It's just like going for training to be like a mixed martial artist or anything like that. But she was pimping these girls out who couldn't afford it and selling them for sex. And once the WWE found out about that, and there was actually a petition a guy started, and it got 26,000 signatures in less than 1 hour. So they were like, yeah, we definitely need to change this because we're in a new image, new era, and we want to be PG as we can be because...
Do they want to be PGAF?
They
Well,
want to
it's-
be PGAF,
Well,
MA, GTAF.
they've learned
DGAF.
that they're trying to get more younger viewers to watch than the 18 to 35-year-olds.
Do we have the budget for a Swiffer? It's dusty as fuck over here.
Our
Unrelated.
budget is a broken laptop, headphones I've owned for 5 years, and a microphone I just bought because I felt like
These
it.
shoes were like $60. This is a part.
These shoes were 90.
These
You should take those back. For
Total
$90
budget so
fucking
far.
dollars.
These were 100.
Damn.
Damn.
You,
That's how you
hey,
spending that big money.
how about that Swiffer?
You know what Murphy's Law is?
What?
If something can go wrong, it will go wrong. You know what Cole's Law is?
What?
It's then they slice cabbage.
I fucking hate you.
What's sad is I knew it was coming and I still fucking you still got me with it.
Dude, fuck off.
You've never had coleslaw, my guy?
Hey. Now,
Thousands in attendance.
And the millions who watching at home.
Home,
we are ready to sign on.
But okay, so that's gonna be it for tonight. Sorry, we just kind of like rambled and stuff like that.
It'll be heavily cut down.
It hasn't been a
happen a few times.
yeah, it hasn't been a really big week as far as like news and stuff goes, stuff to talk about. Please don't ever shit into a microphone again.
God, I thought I did that.
But it hasn't been a really big week as far as like movies and stuff go. So hopefully Tomb Raider is going to be coming out soon. We'll be putting out bigger stuff for that. We'll be hoping to get visuals soon. Zach keeps shitting on me. So hopefully we'll get our camera set up, stuff like that going. And other than that, we're also going to name this fucking podcast.
At some point, yeah.
At some point we're going to name it. We can't decide on a name. We keep getting trash ideas from Andrew, but we will eventually piece it together.
All of his
Some
ideas
ideas on
have
your
basement in them.
Yeah,
Let's go
I
with Basement
one of-
Whispers.
Let's go with Basement Whispers. At this point, Pelkey's asshole is whispering all over this basement.
Light Breeze Entertainment.
Shut your mouth.
But
This isn't a light breeze.
anyways, that's going to be it for this week. Hopefully we'll be back again next week, and we'll be doing better than we
We'll be
did
back. They won't be.
today. So, I'm trying to think of a good tagline to cut out on. We're gone for now, but always remember.
That's the way the cookie crumbles.
But wait, there's more.